sometimes people take advantage of their superiority to animals. They take out their frustration on them. Most of these people are either sociopaths or they're just sick in the head. The main types of animal abuse are animal neglect, animal hoarding, animal mutilation, animal beating, animal fighting, and animal neglect could lead to and to illnesses among animals. It could lead to starvation, infections, and a lot of the animals who are neglected don't survive if something isn't done about it. Animal hoarding leads to neglect, leads to surplus amount of baby animals because the animals that are neglected and the animals that are hoarded end up reproducing a lot because they're never spayed or neutered. Most of the owners don't even bother doing that. Or there's a surplus amount of the baby animals at places where they're hoarded, and it's okay to have pets reproducing just as long as the person can take care of the pets and can and doesn't have more than they can handle or doesn't have or is willing to take care of them. So it leads to an epidemic, like an illness, an outburst of an illness among the pets in the house where they're being hoarded, because sometimes pets can get sicknesses and then it spreads to other pets. That happens a lot. Mutilating animals causes permanent health problems for the animals who have been mutilated. Mutilating animals causes extra lifelong struggles for a lot of the animals who have been mutilated. For example, they usually tend to miss limbs like arms, legs, tails, ears, or parts of their ears, like chunks of skin, because they've been mutilated, because the owners have people who their keepers have taken parts of their bodies and removed them to try to for different purposes. Animal testing is a form of animal mutilation. Animal mutilation and causes anxiety and or aggressive behavior from the animals that have been mutilated, and this is also the case for animals who have been neglected or like every other kind of abuse towards animals. Animals who have been abused, like animals who have been beaten, beating animals could cause them to have infections, permanent wounds, like dismembered limbs, and things of that nature. Animal fighting could result in the animals having dismembered limbs, open wounds, infections. There are a lot of infections common among animals who have been in fighting arenas with other animals. And a lot of the time, actually, people put other animals like kittens or like little like small animals in there as bait for the animals who are fighting, like if like pit bulls are fighting, they put things like that in there, which is really unfortunate. And the authorities are cracking down on it, but unfortunately it's still happening, which is really sad. I can't even begin to imagine the pain and suffering that an animal has to go through while being abused, or doing it to any animal myself, because it's just a real sick and twisted thing to do. They're all so helpless. Most of them, a person has to be really sick in the head to abuse an animal, or just really irresponsible and or selfish to hoard and or neglect an animal or animals. If someone witnesses animal abuse, please do whatever you can to prevent it from escalating.